The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Alberto Trujillo won the game, finishing a complete game one-hitter as the Nationals disposed of the Phillies 2-0. He is among the NL leaders in shutouts. At the start of the day, the Nationals sit in first place in the National League East Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Phillies are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Marlins brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Angels 3-2. Entering the day's action, the Marlins are in third place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Angels are in second place in the AL West. They're 2 games back. The New York Mets allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Braves 9-4. As of today, the Mets are in second place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Braves are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Cubs picked up 14 hits in total as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 4-3. Heading into the day, the Reds are in fourth place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. While the Cubs are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. P.J. Cortez drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs as the Cardinals took care of the Brewers 5-1. They now have 6 straight victories. In the standings, the Cardinals are in first place in the NL Central. They hold a comfortable 8-game advantage. And the Brewers are second in the division, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race. The Pirates totaled 11 hits as they got a road win against Arizona 7-2. As of right now, the Diamondbacks sit in last place in the National League West Division. They're 15 games back. While the Pirates are in third place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. Sonny Gray earned the W and his 19th win this season as the Dodgers grabbed the win against Colorado 4-2. He currently has the most wins in the National League. As of today, the Dodgers sit in second place in the National League West Division, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race. And the Rockies are atop the division, 2 games up on second place. The Padres earned the 3-game series sweep as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 6-3. They now have 5 straight wins. Entering the day's action, the Giants are in fourth place in the NL West, 10 games out of first. And the Padres are third in the division, 3 games back. Craig Ruffin grabbed win number 9 this year as Tampa Bay rolled past the Blue Jays 5-2. His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American League. In the standings, the Rays are in last place in the AL East. They're over 20 games out of first. While the Blue Jays are second in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Red Sox put together 10 total hits as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 5-3. Heading into the day, the Yankees sit in third place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first. While the Red Sox are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Detroit Tigers finished off a 3-game sweep as they took down the visiting Orioles 3-0. At the start of the day, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. While the Orioles sit in first place in the American League East Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. Joey Quisenberry collected the victory in his 12th win, leading Cleveland past the Royals 4-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in shutouts. Entering the day's action, the Royals sit in second place in the AL Central Division, 11 games out of first. And the Indians are fourth in the division, 18 games out of first. The White Sox got 12. Hi there, everyone. Welcome to this special postseason edition of Inside the Show. For the 7th and final game of the Major League Baseball World Series, the Washington Nationals sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the visiting Orioles, clinching the World Series championship. It has been a storybook season for them, and they will look to repeat as champions next year. Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Looking first at the NL East, the Nationals held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 1-0. As of right now, the Mets are in 4th place in the NL East, and the Nationals are 3rd in the division. The Miami Marlins combined for 10 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-0. Heading into the day, the Marlins sit in 2nd place in the National League East division, while the Phillies are at the bottom of the division. The Atlanta Braves got a road win against Arizona 8-0. At the start of the day, the Diamondbacks are in last place in the NL West.
Daytime baseball here. Matt Harvey gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s, but that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. 65 degrees our temperature here at first pitch. Now the 2-1 pitch. And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
Fastball in there, 3-2. Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. Josh Bell the next to hit. The American League's Silver Slugger Award winner at first base a season ago. The high fastball is in there. Bell, a previous member of the Houston Astros. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Almora. But he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he's in there at third with a one-out triple.
Anytime the ball is hit that hard to deep center, you know it's going to be a tough play. The center fielder gives chase, but it ends up coming off the wall, and by that time, you knew it was going to be a triple.
Francisco Lindor is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. And a great chance here to put his team in front before many fans have even settled into their seats. The 1-0. Bell takes his lead at third with one away. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
Hey, you get 2-0, your eyes light up, but you're sitting in one spot, and he obviously didn't get it right there. But he still finds himself in a 2-1 count, ready to do some damage.
Here now the 2-2. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Looking up is the right fielder. And that's off the scoreboard. What a blast. Francisco Lindor connects for a two-run home run. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Nationals move out in front here 2-0.
Two home runs in 3 days? I'd say he's seeing the ball pretty well right now. I think it's time to start pitching around this guy.
So the bases are clear now following the home run. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Aaron Judge. Line drive to center field. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Throw into second. The tag, and he is out at second. Digging in the switch hitter, Garcia. And for him, you have to think a turnaround is coming. Clearly not going his way of late. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball one. Looking at his career totals, Garcia is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. The 2-0. And he fouls this one off. Hit on the ground to short. He's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Digging in.
Leading off.
Second inning set to go, and next will be the power-hitting catcher, Daniel Flores.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
The 1-0. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike three called, and that's the first out of the inning. So striding forward now, Kevin Light. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Hit hard back up the middle. Beautiful diving stop. Hats off to that one.
Oh, man, once it got past the pitcher, I figured it was a base hit. But then the shortstop comes out of nowhere to make the diving stop. That was incredible.
Richard Yang is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. 2 out, nobody on. And a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. In.
Let's play ball. Ball 4, take the ball. 3 out.
Now to the plate. The pitcher, Alberto Trujillo. 9-1-2 due up. First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Hey, this guy's nasty on the mound, and to check swing and not chase that one puts himself right back in the count.
1-2 to the Nationals pitcher.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Stepping up now, Victor Robles. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
A 1-1 count to the Nationals leadoff batter.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1, you're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And digging into bat next, the big bat of Josh Bell. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
2-0 now. And now a pitch on the way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. 2-out success, and that means Francisco Lindor will hit here as well.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9, they can put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. As a look, now the pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at-bat. One might be coming right here.
Three and one to the National shortstop.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
The 3-1 is swung on and missed. A full count now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And it's fouled away. That's lifted the other way out to left. Fisher is going to have room out there as he puts this away.
Welcome back as the Cubs look to get their bats going here in the third inning. And you can say they've been trying to do that pretty much all year.
Here we go.
All set for the start of the fourth. And that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Aaron Judge. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge, number 14 on the season, and it gives the Nationals a 3-1 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Missed low and inside with it, 1-1.
The struggles continue, but that happens when you're not able to locate your secondary pitches. You become a one-pitch pitcher. He needs to start to get those secondary pitches over really fast.
A bouncer up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dilo, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
To the plate now, Daniel Flores fouled off. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
Here's the 3-1. Down the left field line and deep. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Line towards center field. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Now a long throw to third. Throw won't get him.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants to.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10. It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
2-0 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
And that's by him into right field for a base hit. And tack on one more, make it a 4-1 lead.
Now batting, the first baseman, Richard. Yeah.
In now, Richard Yang, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Fouled away. Yang, a native of Taiwan. He's a second-year big leaguer. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down or he won't be out here very long.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
You look in the dugout, you can tell that manager's getting ready to come out on that top step. If he doesn't get out of this situation right here, and it's a tough one, I think the bullpen comes in.
Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's already made the change. That's going to do it for Matt Harvey. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. Ready for another shot now, Victor Robles. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Down and away, ball one. And it's 1-2.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball two. Here now the 2-2.
Okay.
Oh, and it misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run. So that'll bring up Josh Bell. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Left center, base hit. 1 run is scored. And the second run will score to make this a 7-1 ball game.
Up next for the Nationals.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. This one's into the bleachers and gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. 8 runs already in this inning. And he fouls this one off.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Swing, and this is also hit well. Out to deep center. Gone. Back-to-back homers.
Well, sometimes runs come in bunches, and that's definitely the case in this inning. That's 3, count them, 3 home runs in this frame alone. 4 for the game. Did someone throw a home run derby they didn't tell me about? Sure looks that way.
Garcia is in for a 3rd plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. Here it comes. Oh, could it be 3 in a row? And that's going to be off the ivy-covered wall. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. A long inning as they've hung a 9 spot on him to this point. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit. Now a long throw home. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Every team would be happy if they could produce 10 runs over the course of 2 games, but they've gone double digits in 1 inning. I think it's safe to say that this thing is out of reach.
At the plate, Kevin Light, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And he takes a cold strike 1. And even 10 runs have scored this half inning. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Into the bleachers and gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 5 on the year as the blowout continues. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Yeah, Matty B. How about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you've picked the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
It was a walk in his last trip. 2-0 now. Outside, 3-0 now. Madison Bumgarner is forced onto the mound now following the injury.
Number 41, Madison Bumgarner.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Now that
Striding in now for the Nats, Alberto Trujillo. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Runners on first with 1 down. fouled off.
Runner.
And there he goes towards second. Fouled away. Ready with another 0-2.
Yes.
On the move again from first. Swing and a miss, strike three. The throw. Short hop, but he's out. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Way to go.
Play ball. And hit him. First base. 3.
Striding in once again, Victor Robles. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Line toward the alley in left center. And this is going to get down out there and should get all the way to the ivy for extra bases. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Now batting, right fielder, GotThatGasMoney's.
Standing in now, number 55. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. No one out with a runner at second. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. It's 2 balls and a strike to Josh Bell. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And he fouls this one off. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
He loses him on ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hard hit toward the hole. And that is through into left field, a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out. Now batting, Aaron Judge, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
And going back to that previous at-bat when he hit the 2-strike breaking ball for a home run, something tells me that this guy, when he gets behind in the count, sits on something off-speed or the breaking ball. Boy, it's really fun for me watching this vet out there battling in this tough spot. We've seen him in jams like this many times before, so he has plenty of experience to be able to get out of these kind of jams. And he's thinking more about that than the task at hand, which is getting this hitter out.
Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. And he's safe. And the second run will score as well.
Yeah, they've been crushing it at the plate all game long, as 16 runs on the scoreboard can attest. Not much you can say or do on the other side of it. Just have to get over it and get after it again next time.
Garcia stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Slapped hard the opposite way. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily. Number 52 will take the ball. Now is the new pitcher. Daniel Flores will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Ready with the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
Grounded back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Set now.
Here we go. Leading off for Washington, the first baseman, Richard.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ready on 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. 2-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the leadoff hitter in the inning reaches safely for the Nationals.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today.
Rene Calderon come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Rene Calderon.
Ball 1. The average sits at 286 here to start play. 5 homers, 13 RBIs. RBIs. Now the 1-0. Calderon is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter.
Hey, last two pitches back-to-back, off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
The center fielder, number 27.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
Now that your attention, please. Now pitching for the Nationals, number 15, Cesar Aquila. He takes the call. Number 37, this game's defensively for the Cubs. Now number
17-4 this afternoon. Washington plated 17 runs in this one to grab the W.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours exactly. Our paid attendance at Wrigley Field this afternoon, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Francisco Lindor drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs as the Nationals downed the Cubs 17-4. As of right now, the Cubs sit in last place in the National League Central Division, and the Nationals sit atop the NL East. The Miami Marlins combined to give up just 5 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-0. Entering the day